Let's talk about your expectations with your Kids Exchange franchise. Let's talk about the money that you're expected to make, and let's also talk about the hours and obligations and what you're going to have to put into the Kids Exchange program. The Federal Trade Commission actually regulates us as a securities or a bond. That is a great protection for you. And so they get to set the rules and say what we can and cannot discuss with potential franchisees. And one thing we're not allowed to do is to project income. We are not allowed to say to you that you should make this or you will make that. And so for that reason, we can share one-on-one in person with you what Raleigh has seen in growth and what we made each year without promising you that income. We can also help you set up your own plan, a ratio that says, if I have this many sellers and if they bring this many items, then I should expect to make this much money. If I take out my expenses that Kids Exchange clearly shows in our manual, then I can expect to see this type of profit. We will be more than happy to work with you one-on-one to try to work out a formula so that you can build the formula and see what you should be able to expect. But Kids Exchange as a franchisor is not allowed to project that income for you. We also want to make sure that you understand that Kids Exchange is an event where you're going to work 8 days twice a year. During those 8 days, you will work. It's so much fun. It's constantly hilarious to me how I will go to bed at night exhausted and so excited about getting up the next day and going back to Kids Exchange that I can't hardly sleep. So it's exhausting work. You will work very hard those 8 days, but it is so fun and so rewarding, and it really is a pleasure to be involved with it. So those 2 8-day periods, you're going to work hard. Before that, I would say you're going to start about 12 to 16 weeks from the event getting ready. You're going to be aggressively marketing your community, handing out brochures as you live your everyday life at the grocery store or the bank or at a gas station, a restaurant. You're going to be telling people about Kids Exchange. And at home for about an hour a day, 2 hours on some busy days, you're going to answer emails and work through your to-do list and begin to get ready for your event. Your first time out the gate, you're going to have several weekends where you're building racks or making signs and doing things that you will really do only one time. So your first time out the gate, you will spend a lot more time getting ready for your event than you will for any future sales because you do have things that need to be done that one time, such as building racks, making signs, things such as that. After the sale, you're looking at your accounting, winding things back up. Your POS, point of sale system, is wonderful. It quickly and easily distributes what needs to be paid and prints checks for you. But you do have to put those checks in an envelope and put a stamp on them and get them off to the mail. So you're looking at, for a couple weeks after your sale, a couple hours a day worth of winding things up and answering emails, and then you're really finished until your next event. But all year long, you're talking in your community, you're letting people know about Kids Exchange, and you're making connections. This truly is part-time work that should be seen as a supplemental income to your family until you build and get a couple years into it. Then it could absolutely turn into full-time income with part-time work. It is up to you if you would like to turn Kids Exchange more quickly into a full-time income. Many people are looking at having multiple sites to where you will have a partner in one city and maybe a partner in another city. You're using the money that you've put into your racks and your signage and your computers, and you're using that at more than one sell, therefore making more money more quickly. And based on how much time you would like to put into this business, you can quickly turn it into full-time work much sooner than part-time work, if that's something that you chose to do. Another question that we get often is partners. Do I need a partner? Well, it has worked out really, really great for us. It is nice to have someone you can go to and share ideas with and say, is this something we should do? Is it something we shouldn't do? There's a lot of comfort and support in that. That may be your husband or your wife that's your partner, if that person is willing to be a partner 50-50 with you. Other good ideas are to think about a sister or a brother that's in a city somewhere across the U.S. My sister lives in Alabama. I live in Raleigh. Every sale, she would come up. I would do the feet to the pavement work here in Raleigh that must be done. She would do any kind of computer work or anything that she could do over the internet. That's a great system. You absolutely can choose to be sole owner, Or you may choose to find a partner. That's completely up to you, and we'll support you in any which way that you choose to make that decision.